this is Dielectric Media Podcast. I'm Frank Allen.
I am Doug Schlabotnik.
How you doing today?
Fan-fucking-tastic. It's a bit moist outside. It reminds me of a day when we did a Portal 2 Let's Play that still hasn't been uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't exist then.
It's not on the internet, so it doesn't exist. Clearly.
But yeah, I remember the last time it looked like this.
Yeah, the last time it looked like this, there was a quarter inch of standing water in the basement.
That was fun.
No, it wasn't. That's bullshit and a lie.
But the room looks awesome now.
Awesome. It's cement and frame.
Wood.
All right. Well, on to the main event. We are doing a review of Rush's new album that came out June 12th called Clockwork Angels. It is pretty fantastic, honestly. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I really don't.
Then you haven't listened to it enough.
I've listened to this a lot. Yeah, this is my battle music for Halo Reach right now.
Ah.
Yeah.
When you're forced to play Halo Reach.
When I'm forced to play Halo Reach by Baldwin or Silver.
Silver. I just deny. I don't want to. I just play Graw instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
But better choice, I feel.
Baldwin's been pretty into ranking his character.
Yeah, he's pretty much caught up to me now.
He's surpassed you now.
Awesome.
Yeah. But, like we were saying, Clockwork Angels, excellent album. It starts off with Caravan and BU2B, which were their two released singles that came out, like, I don't know, a long fucking time ago. It's one of those things where they put two songs out and then went out on tour.
Oh, that move.
Without having the album done yet. And I went and saw them on tour, and it was fucking phenomenal. And they played these two songs, and they were fucking phenomenal. So I was pretty much decided right then that I was going to purchase this album, and I bought it the day it came out.
I have yet to get it.
But that's okay.
That will
Baldwin
probably
doesn't have
be
it yet
fixed.
either, but he's listened to it quite a bit. But yeah, Caravan and BU2B are the two singles that came out, and they were out for a while. I think the Wreckers came out also pretty close to the release day. Internet only, like leaked release or whatever, but purposefully leaked,
Yeah.
It's one of those things where they say, oops, it got away by accident, but it actually, they did it on purpose.
How did things get leaked? It's probably a bad time to ask.
Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to cell phones like Snooki recently, I mean, that's, hacking. But things don't get leaked. Like, this stuff didn't get leaked. They let it out.
Right. Like albums that get leaked. Like Tenacious D.
Well, I mean, most of your consoles are off internet. So you can't really hack something unless you're there taking it out of the computer.
Then that's why I'm questioning. But
yeah. But, or if someone just steals it, I guess. But if you steal from Rush, you're a fucking dick. But yeah, this album is also coming out alongside a book written by, I don't remember his name.
Nice.
Fuck. I don't think it's in this cutout either. No, not cutout. I don't remember what this thing's called.
And that's what we do here. Give credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Mr. I don't remember your name.
Mr. I don't remember your name. Yeah. Sorry, guy. But he's a science fiction author.
That's why he's got to release his book, so people know him.
Yes.
It's the whole point.
I'd never heard of him before, which is probably why I don't know his name.
I can't read.
But honestly, if you just go to their the Rush's wiki, it's there.
Oh yeah, Wiki.
Yeah.
Wiki's great.
It is. It is phenomenal. It is a godsend. Thank you, gods, for bringing us
the
Wiki
gods.
Yeah. The deity of Wick.
But, yeah, I didn't like Rush until this album. I mean, they were okay. I wouldn't listen to them, but...
Yeah, I was kind of the other way around. I'd always been a fan of Rush. Rush was kind of the band that brought me into music. 2112, fucking phenomenal. Like, that is... I've got the album artwork tattooed onto my back. So,
You're permanent in there then?
yes.
Permanent fan?
Yeah, pretty much. Rush and Dream Theater are two that I'm never going to not like, pretty much no matter what.
I get that.
Let's see. What else do we got to say about this album? It is a concept album. If you don't know what that means, it means it's basically every song has to do with each other. In this particular case, it tells the story of a guy's journey from start to finish. So it starts out with Caravan, where he's, like some young whippersnapper roaming around. They do a good job of setting the backdrop of what the world is like. Like, I think the lyric is, "In a world lit only by fire." Epic. So brilliant.
Epic.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But then they go on to, like, BU2B, which really talks about how the kid was raised and what he was taught to believe. And then it goes on to Clockwork Angels, which is, I guess you would call it the title track, which is a really beautiful song. It is very nice. And it has the Peddler 1 at the end of it, which is really freaking creepy. The first time I heard it, I was listening to it with headphones, so it was all pretty much.
Is it just a lot of echoes?
Well, the end of it gets really quiet, and then this like very far away voice says, "What do you lack?" in a whisper, and it's just like, ooh, shivers, man, shivers. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about this album, is that it is so well put together. Every piece is there for a reason. There's nothing that was just like, oh, whoops, whatever, we'll leave it in. They
don't want to take it out.
They constructed this meticulously. You can tell that every piece was laid with purpose and meaning.
Like a true musician.
Yes.
Artist.
Yeah, right. It is very artistic. So we have some friends who don't believe that things that aren't on paintings are art. Close-minded fools.
Don't want to go into that. We went into that one time.
Yeah, we did. And
I don't remember who you were talking with
Silver
about that. Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
But that's for another podcast. So we got Clockwork Angels is the third one. The Anarchist is the fourth one. That's another. Really, it's a heavier song. That's the whole album's pretty dark and heavy and
awesome,
fantabulous. Then Carnies is next, which is the one that had the little sound clip that sounds like a grunt birthday party. Yay!
Yes.
Then you go into Halo Effect, which is their acoustic break, I guess you would call it. All about loving a chick that doesn't really love you back. Then you got 7 Cities of Gold, which is a very cool, very heavy, very deep song. Very nice. It's very nice. Then you have The Wreckers, which is the one that I believe was released a little bit ago. Before, I think like a week before the album came out or whatever. And then Headlong Flight, which is by far my favorite one on here. Just because of how ethereal it is. It's very spacey and big, broad, open choruses, which I really love. I love the way that they write a song.
This album is very bass driven.
Yeah, it is.
Which is just stupid. Because how can one guy sing and do all that?
Yeah, and he's playing shit with his feet too.
Yeah, it's not 2 instruments. It's more than that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, people are always a little bit struck by Rush because there's only 3 guys, but it sounds like it's a whole bunch of people up there.
Yep.
And they don't really have like, overdubbed tracks and shit going on live. They're just playing it via pedals on the ground and It's very cool. It's very
Yeah.
cool to see what they do.
And this album was recorded live, you said?
They have a very, I guess, I don't really know how to describe the way that they go about it. But let's see. Does it say anything on here?
It had a very live feel when we were just listening to
Yeah,
it.
it feels. I mean, like the strings and crap are recorded separately and all that bullshit. But
Right.
But from what I know about them, they like to record stuff as one whole take. They don't like to do punch-ins.
Ah, yeah.
So the guitar track is like the whole thing. He played the whole thing right there. And the bass and Vox track are the whole thing. Like I know they had the more famous one they had trouble with is La Villa Strangata, I think is the song name. I might be saying that wrong, but I'm not sure. But it was one that was really difficult to play. So they had some trouble with it, and they had to break it up into 3 sections because they really wanted to be able to play it all the way through, and as it recorded a whole song all the way through, but they weren't able to do it, so they had to break it up into 3 sections.
Yeah.
Which really goes to show how I really don't know a good word to say, but how progressive they are, I guess would be the best way to say it, because they're always pushing themselves to be better. So they wrote a song that was out of their league, I guess, but they still did that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they were writing out of their ability. And that's a really good way to get fucking way better at what you do.
Yeah, definitely. Then you work up to that.
Right.
And then you're better, and then you do it again and again and again and again.
Exactly. And yeah, you could be like another band where you just stagnate and become the same thing over and over again. And
For today.
I guess so. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
I wouldn't doubt it. They released a new album like a month ago. I listened to all the previews, and it sounded the exact same as the album before.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saving
That's
$10.
the thing that will never freaking happen with progressive rock.
I'm sure it has. Just not with good progressive
Yeah,
bands.
I guess yeah, that it was like, yes, they never have any albums that sound the same, partially because they never have the same members. I think the
That would do it.
bassist is the only guy who's original right now. Yeah, Dream Theater, I've never had 2 albums that were very similar. And Rush never had 2 albums that were really similar. Spock's Beard, same way. They Might Be Giants. I don't know if you'd be able to consider them prog. Weird, yes. Prog, I don't know. I don't know if you know who they are.
Yeah, I do.
They Might Be Giants.
Istanbul,
Yeah.
not Constantinople.
Yeah.
Weird song,
Yeah.
but it is true. Exactly.
Yeah, it is. They're cool. I like them. But yeah, prog rock is very growing, always becoming something different, never the same. Which is
You could
great.
say it progresses. Lol.
Oh,
But anyway,
God, I'm gonna have to go get a humorectomy on that one.
humorectomy.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this hurts so bad.
so the verdict of this album.
On a scale of buy it or not, I would give it a buy it. Fucking buy it. God damn it. As soon as you can. Don't pirate it either, because that makes you an asshole.
And from a not Rush fan like me, I would say go buy it as well.
Yeah, it's a good album. It is a good piece of work right
Yeah.
there.
I didn't even listen to the whole thing, and it was the first track. I immediately said, well, looks like I'm going to have to, throw away $10 and get something way...
Yeah, and that's the thing. It was $9, which is cheaper than most albums. Most are like $13, $14, $15.
And where'd you get it?
Target.
Ah,
They have
which
it at
is a
Target.
weird spot.
Yep. So yeah, go to your local Target and buy that shit.
That might be a tomorrow project for me.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
All right, wrap it up.
Get it.
Get it.
All
Got
right.
it.
Get it. Got it.
good? I'm Doug Schlabotnik.
And I'm Frank Allen.
Get the fuck out of our basement.
Go get that album from Target.